Hello, this is Adah Chachere with the demonstration speech for Speech 2010 for Baker College, and I'm going to teach you how to draw a face. The first thing you're going to need is some materials. When I first started drawing, all I started with was some normal paper and a number 2 pencil with an eraser. You're going to need the eraser because when you start out, you're going to make a lot of mistakes. Remember, in drawing, the eraser is your friend. You want to erase everything you don't like. And at first, that's usually just about everything. Once you have your materials, to start a face, we start with an egg. What we draw is an egg with the pointy side down, because a person's face is actually shaped kind of more or less like an egg. This is the easy version of how to draw a face, so I'm just going to show you the easiest way to do it. So let's start with an egg. This may be a little bit rough. That's more or less an egg. We got the pointy side down, that's going to be where the chin is. The bigger side is where the skull is. And once you get your egg, you're going to divide the egg into quarters, right through the middle both ways. Pretend that's the middle. Might be a little shaky, but you get the idea. You're actually going to put the eyes in the middle, on this middle line. You might think, well, aren't the eyes higher up? But actually they're not. If you were to put the eyes up here, it would look like the eyes are actually somewhere in their forehead. The top of your head, if you look at somebody's head, you've actually got a little bit of space where the hairline goes first. So the hairline's actually down here. Then you're going to need some space for the forehead, like that. And then you're going to need to put eyebrows in, right up here. And then you get to the eyes. So the eyes really are in the middle. When I do eyes, the easy version, I just do 2 squished ovals. Something like that, right on that middle line. And I'm just showing you how I learned to draw a face when I was in grade school. So most grade schoolers can get this. I actually taught this to a 6th grade class and they all got it. Took a little practice to get everything even, but once you've got your 2 circles, and you can refine the shape, you know, change it here and there. You can learn that later. You don't want to draw a circle in the middle of the eye like this, because the person's going to be looking scared if you do that. Your eyes get smaller, you know, you always have in the cartoons, their eyes get tiny when they get scared. So instead of doing this, remember the eraser is your friend. Erase that. You're actually going to draw the bottom of a circle. And that will make it look like the iris is kind of under the lid. In the middle of this, you want to draw 2 little circles to be pupils. And there you go. Basic eyes. Nothing fancy yet. Now you're going to need some eyebrows. Most people, when they're starting out, they just draw a straight line above the eye. That doesn't really look very good. So what we're going to do instead is draw a slanted line. And obviously, the more slanted you make it, the more angry they're going to look. And then from here, you're going to draw a little curved line. And the front of the eyebrow is going to be thicker. So you draw kind of a wedge like that. And that's your eyebrows. That'll work. Now you're going to divide the face in half again between this eye line here, the bottom of the chin. That's where you're going to put your nose. Now the easiest way to do a nose, really simple, straight on, front facing nose. not too, right about on the inside of the eye here, right about there, maybe a little further in. You do two kind of parentheses. And then in the middle, two curves like that. And you can connect them in the middle if you want to. And that's your basic nose. You can get that straighter, you know, erase it, get it lined up. Once you have your nose in, you're going to want draw another line for the mouth line. Again, you're going to go halfway between these two lines. Something like that. Now when you have your mouth line in, you're going to want to I always start with the upper lip. And the middle of your upper lip actually has a little curve, a little divot right in the center. So right above where these two intersect, right there, you want a little divot. From the sides of this, you want to draw two downward curves. And you want those to be probably the edge of the mouth, right under the pupils, more or less. Right there. For the middle of the mouth, in the middle, you're going to have another little divot right under that one, but smaller. Like that, because the center of your mouth actually isn't straight. There's actually a little dip in the middle. And then for the bottom lip, just another curve. And that's a real basic mouth. It works. Looks fine. Now, once you got your basic face like this, you're going to want some ears. And the easiest way to do this is just draw half a heart on either side of the head. You put it between the eye line and the nose line. Right there. There we go. Basic ears. For the neck, you want to start the neck where the mouth line touches the face. Right here. Right there. Go down but not too far. At that point it starts to move into the neck, so you want to curve it. This. And you can fiddle with the length and all that. Now, you got your ears, you got your neck, now you need some hair. Unless they're bald, you can just stop here. Remember, we needed a hairline, so we're actually gonna come down to like a couple of inches and just make a mark where the hairline is gonna be. And it's actually gonna go down. Now, let's draw, there's a lot of different ways to draw hair. Let's just draw some basic, somebody with their hair pulled back and straight like I've got it, like I've got my hair. What you're gonna wanna do is follow the hair, like if it's pulled back, the lines are gonna have to go back. And they're gonna come from a center point, because that's usually where the part is, and just go back. You only wanna draw a few little lines. You don't wanna draw all the inside of the hair. You really just want to draw an outline for the hair. And remember, the ears, hair actually comes down in front of the ears here a little bit. And then you just want a few lines at the front and a few lines at the back. And you want to leave the middle kind of blank, and I'll show you why. Because what you're doing is these lines are actually acting kind of as shadows. And this blank space here is actually kind of looking like a highlight, and it gives you the illusion of having a round head. Right, so we're just following the hair. This is how it would lay, more or less. And that's the top pulled back, right? And then, like mine, it's going to fall. It's going to fall straight down. Go behind the shoulders, so you just push it all the way down. And then again, you're going to want to put those lines where the dark part is, like the shadow. So, right again, the head. Right where it falls under the and then you can leave the rest blank, because that'll give you an illusion of having a lighter part and a darker part where the sun's all, you know, the light's hitting it. that's how to draw a head. I hope you had fun. And remember, the most important thing about learning to draw is that you have to practice and practice and practice and use your eraser a lot. Thank you for watching, and that's all.